And we're back. Here we go. Part 3.
Also things for us.
Okay.
Because before that, Sarah had to leave set a lot of the time. Oh, that also contributed to spreading us thin.
Notice that this girl really knows a lot on how to throw down other people, but she don't know shit about her job. What do you mean, spreading us thin? Explain to me what that term... See, she gets to throw out all these terms, and nobody knows what they mean. What do you mean, spreading thin? Well, I was just having to help out, and what was she doing? What was her assistant doing? What was your assistant doing? What was this lady on a swing shift doing? How is this spreading thin? Who decides how many people are hired? Is this the normal amount of people that are hired? How many people on your last job were doing this? How many people were working props? Why didn't you have... I mean, we don't know. We'll never know.
A little while there. That's why they brought in the third person, because ultimately Sarah would have to leave set pretty much every day for several hours, and then it would just be me out there.
And what would Sarah go do at that time?
Sarah would go try to find props, because with them bringing her in a week, it's hard to find like a weird Indian axe, there's a bunch of weird, obscure things for a period piece that are super hard to find. So she would go try to find them, meet up with other prop masters in the area and see if they had them.
Do you know who that fourth was?
I think her name was Jade.
Jade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was hoping for her to come more on set, but yeah, they just hired her as a day player every now and then.
Okay.
Hired her every now and then. What does that mean? They hired her for the swing shift. Now they hired her every now and then. What does that mean? Explain to me what every now and then means, because I don't know. And I'm being serious. I don't know. I don't understand. Does anybody understand what the hell happens on this scene? This is a homicide investigation. Somebody died. Somebody either sabotaged and brought a bullet in. She didn't do her job. Somehow, the results of someone caused a lady to die. And this is a freaking homicide investigator. You got an idiot investigator sitting there talking about freaking, I used to work at Hooters.
Okay, so as far as, and I know some of this that we've talked about before, some of it might be a little bit redundant.
I just noticed the cool female investigator has tattoos on her arm. Did y'all see that? I think it's right in this area. Oh, look at all the tattoos, maybe. Where's her tattoos? Thought I saw tattoos. Hang on, the little thing has to move down, maybe. Come on.
Some of this that we've talked about before, and I know some of this that we've talked about before, some of it might be a little bit redundant.
Okay.
But just trying to cover all bases. So, again, who provides the ammo?
So as far as I'm concerned...
This isn't redundant. You failed to ask it last time and you weren't clear. This is what you call an interview, a follow-up interview, because you fucked up the first interview so bad. This interview, if you get a second interview with a suspect, you want to bring up a bunch of new shit that you didn't bring up. They're bringing up all the shit that they fucked up and didn't answer and get answers on the first interview.
Me and Sarah, we went together and we picked up the ammunition and all the weapons and my leathers from Seth Kinney in Albuquerque at his shop. Yeah, we got 2 boxes of ammo, I'm pretty sure, that day. And then as we went on in the show, there were a couple of times that we needed more. So Sarah and I would text him, that we needed more. And occasionally Sarah brought in more ammo from Seth.
Okay.
Hopefully she's going to follow up. I don't know what she's going to say. This is like, okay, when you got 2 boxes from Steph, so all the ammo and all the weapons were provided by Steph. And he's the senior guy here. And when he gave you these boxes of ammo, did you inspect every round? Did you go through it to confirm? No, he just told me and I believed him. I guarantee you that's what she would say. But you want her to say it. What did you do? When you went and picked these up with Sarah, who took possession? Who did he give it? Did you have to sign for it? Did you buy it? Did Seth have a contract? Did he pay you? Did you pay him? Is there a log on what boxes and how many rounds so he knew how many to get back? How are these things accounted for? Were they given to you or to Sarah? And who was responsible for them? And were they ever given back to Steph? We don't know. We'll never know.
Those 2 boxes that were originally supplied, were they blanks or dummies?
Originally supplied.
You said that you picked up 2 boxes of ammo.
Oh yeah, so I
Or
think
do
there
you
were
mean like boxes, like the white boxes?
no, they were like bigger boxes.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, no, a lot of them were. There wasn't a lot of dummies in those really much at all. There were some dummies, you know, like obscure dummies that we couldn't really get, like the 50-70 rounds, you know. I don't know if you're
A 45-70, 50-70. She's talking probably about a 45-70.
familiar with those. Those are big rounds. They go in the trapdoor. So we had some of those dummies with it. But in terms of 45 long Colt dummies, I don't think there was a lot of dummies in there. And so I asked Seth about it.
Maybe it's a 45-70. Did I say 47? Hell, I'm freaking confused.
And I said, hey, like, where's all the long Colt dummies? Because the 45, you know, 45 ammo is, like, different than 45 long Colt. So we didn't.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true. Unless they have a semi-automatic, there's 45 ACP automatic Colt, or, which is for a semi-automatic, which means it will not load in a revolver. And then there's 45 Colt or long Colt. It's the same round. See, the idiot interviewer doesn't know that, and she just gave information that showed she don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
45 ammo is, like, different than 45 long Colt. So we didn't exactly, I couldn't find that. So he told me.
Why do you need 45 ammo? Why do you need 45 ACP? She didn't say. When you say 45 is different than 45 long Colt, are you talking about semi-automatic ammo or are you talking about revolver ammo? She may not even know the difference between semi-auto ammo and revolver ammo. Semi-auto 45 ACP is for, it doesn't have a rim. It'll fall right through a hole because it's designed to fit in a magazine. Ammo that goes in a revolver has a lip around the rim so it doesn't fall through the cylinder. It's not designed for a magazine. That's the only difference between 45 and 45 long Colt. She just made a statement that is absolutely wrong, and she's not being called out on it because the interviewer doesn't have a fucking clue. This is so frustrating to see this poor woman that's dead get such a shitty investigation.
Need to check the dummies that I had from the last show because he got me those ones and everything. And so I went back through a bag that I had. This bag had like a bunch of loose dummies in it.
So now we have other ammo with a bunch of loose. Where did this bag come from? Who controlled the bag? Why do you have this bag? Why isn't ammo turned back in and given? Is this bag have a certain number of rounds so you know when one's missing? Is there a log? Where did these rounds come from? Where did this bag come from? That's how the live round got there and killed somebody. Total negligence all the way around.
And I went through and I checked all of them and I put them into 2 boxes. And so we had 2 boxes of 45 long Colt dummies that were mine from the last show.
So originally. Cage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
why did you need 2 boxes? Why did you separate them? If they're the same, why are they separated? What do you mean you have 2 boxes? 1 box wasn't enough? How many dummies do you use in a scene? How many rounds do you use in a scene? You got 6 in a gun max, and you've only talked about 3 guns. So we're talking about maybe 18, 20, 50 rounds max. Why do you need 2 big box? She does this. A box of ammo is the size of my phone. She's talking these big boxes, which is like an ammo can. What? Total incompetent and negligence.
I had just brought those off of the old way, and they were in my car for like 2 weeks. I jumped right off of the old way into this. I was barely home for like a week. So, yeah.
But he told you to check your supplies.
Yeah.
And what you had to take it.
Yeah.
So he authorized you to bring.
He authorized me to bring, dummies.
Okay.
And then also there was one time where he didn't give us any eighth loads, and I had 1 box of eighth loads, and so I was like, I'm gonna use my box of eighth loads, put it on the invoice, and I would have received money for that.
For blanks.
For blanks, yeah. Eighth load blanks.
Okay.
Okay. So now we've got her using her own, and she's going to put it on the invoice and gets paid. That means she has incentive to use her ammo because she's selling it. And she's probably selling it for more than she paid for it. And she probably got it from her dad because her dad was in the business and he kept it. And since her dad's giving this and her dad has all this experience and all this freaking ammo, ain't no telling where this shit's coming from. There's no accountability. There's no tracking. What a freaking cluster circus of an event.
Did you ever get recompensated for this?
No, I don't really plan on it, no.
What did she ask?
Did you ever get recompensated for this?
Did you ever get recompensated for this? She just said, I'm going to put it on an invoice. If you'd ask her what an invoice means, does that mean for you to get paid? You would know. Instead, she asked a little question what lets her wiggle around. Do you get compensated? Now she's going to say no, even though she just said you put it on an invoice. Why do you put it on an invoice? What's the purpose of putting that box on the invoice? To get paid.
No, I don't really plan on it, given the circumstances, because usually that goes through Seth, and then Seth kicks me down with whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes through Seth. So Seth is making money, and then he kicks it down to her. So she's got an incentive to use more because then they need to buy more. Then Seth gets more money. Then Seth knows he's on her team, and he'll use her and support her because he's supporting her. This is a freaking cluster.
So, how many rounds? And 2 boxes is, kind of hard for us to. We're just trying to understand. So, how many rounds would you say were supplied at the beginning?
Mind if I check my phone really quick? I think Seth sent me a picture of it written on cardboard or something.
Okay.
Or actually, if you look at the boxes, I think the boxes.
On the flap?
Yeah, on the flap should say it.
Okay.
Did you see that at all?
Yeah. I don't.
That's what Seth showed me. So that same thing, that's what should have all been in there.
Okay. And so you and Sarah picked it up at the beginning of production.
Yeah.
From Albuquerque.
Did you check and inspect each round? Say it, you freaking idiot.
Brought it to set. And then,
yeah, but we couldn't exactly bring it to set right away because they hadn't had the prop truck ready for us. So we had to leave it. She had the guns in her car in Albuquerque. I had the ammo in my trunk at the hotel, and then we just took them to set the next day.
Okay, so it was less than
overnight. Yeah, just overnight.
Period. It was multiple days. That's
multiple days of what?
I was just gonna say, for Sarah to keep all those in her vehicle in Albuquerque, that's a bold move.
Well, and it was only one night, and she had a garage.
Okay.
So that's why she was like, "Do you want them to go with you or me?" And I was like,
"This damn investigator's more worried about a gun in a trunk than freaking somebody dying and getting a freaking good interview."
You have a garage,
Albuquerque, though.
Oh, I know. I told her. Seth was all like, "Get those and get out," and I was like, "Hell yeah."
So when you guys brought additional rounds on the set, or additional boxes, or needed more.
It sounds like Seth just freaking obstructed an investigation. If he told her to get the rounds and the guns and get out, he didn't want the cops taking it, and he knew they would probably be seized for inspection and to figure shit out, which now he can manipulate and alter that evidence, and he wanted him out of there. Sounds like Seth just committed obstruction of justice, but that's all right. I can go get a search warrant and go to Seth's place, and I'll take all his damn guns and all his ammo for trying to hide this shit.
Or how did those get delivered?
Sarah brought them in most of the time. I never saw Seth after the first time that I saw him before the show.
Okay. So did Sarah, she went and picked him up from Albuquerque, or how did she get them?
She lived in Albuquerque, so most of the time she would just run and grab them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure if she got any more from anyone else. I had heard that some of the dummies were borrowed from some.
What the fuck? Now we got one guy giving it to her. She gives it to her. She's got a bag of freaking ammo in her car that she pulls out that she brought from home with her blanks. And now she's getting ammo for... What a... And you know what? It's not getting cleared up. Every time I hear something like this, I've got a new branch of this investigation. Who the hell else is she getting ammo? Where is the log for this? How do I know who's paying for this? I need logs. Are you buying this? Are we getting friends? When did you get it? I need to go talk to that person. What did you give them? Do they have a camera? Because I'm going to review their camera if they got security. I mean, what are they doing in this investigation besides freaking wasting time talking to people about fucking Hooters?
Someone, I don't know. She said, don't lose any of these because we have to give them back. And I was like, okay, they fall out of the gun belt and everything, but I'll try not to lose them.
Okay.
Oh, so there is no accountability. They just fall out of the gun belt. I'll try not to lose them. They fall out of the gun belt. You know how you stop? Here's 10 rounds. I gave to Nicolas Cage 10 rounds and this gun at this time. When I take it back, when I got back, Nicolas Cage only gave me 9 rounds and the gun. 1 round was lost doing filming. Now we have a log. Unfreaking believable.
Okay. And then how much did you supply of your own?
Of my own dummies?
Yeah.
Just the 2. And
You mean besides me being the big dummy, supplying myself?
we mostly went through those right away just because
Ooh.
2 boxes, 2 of the little boxes. Not like big boxes, just the little boxes. And yeah,
What is a little box? What does it look like? Are they eighth loads, quarter loads, half loads? Where did you get them? Is there a lot number on the box? Where's that box down? Do you have a picture of the box? I need a picture of the box. I need to find that box. How do I find it? Nah! We'll never know!
I had 2 of those, and most of mine had the no primer caps, the ones that I showed you, remember?
Is it the ones that are like indented?
Most of mine had the no primer. Which ones had no primers? Why are they different? Why are they kept together? Why didn't one box have no primers and one box have primers? Where is the accountability? Out freaking outrageous.
In?
Yes.
Okay.
So a lot of those were mine, and then also I had a multitude of the ones with holes and the ones you shake, so yeah.
A multitude. That means, I don't freaking know. I just got shit everywhere. There's no accountability, inventory, nothing. You know what my question is? My question is, how did they get through production with only 1 person being killed? 2 people got shot. How the hell did they get through production with only 1? I'm surprised only 1. That's the only thing I'm shocked about. Only 1 person got killed. Shocking.
And I checked those all, and I put them into 2 things
Okay.
myself, yeah.
Do you remember what those boxes look like?
Yeah, I do. They usually say JS on them.
Usually, sorta, commonly, sometimes.
Okay.
This is one that my dad sent me. And mine are usually beat up pretty bad. Like
Okay.
they're very dirty.
Oh, they're dirty and beat up because I don't have any way to control them. I'm sloppy. I don't really care. I don't count them. They're not whatever.
And gross, usually.
Okay. Do you know what the JS stands for in them?
If somebody shows me a picture, I either take a picture of it, I say you need to email me that and I make a note, or you need to text me that picture. Here's my cell phone. I need to get that. I want to look at it. Nah, we don't need that.
Joe Swanson.
Okay. Have you met Joe?
I have not, but him and my dad are pretty good friends. Swanson.
Okay. Do you know what the JS stands for in them?
Joe Swanson.
Okay. Have you met Joe?
I have not, but him and my dad are pretty good friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good old Dad. Dad gets her the job. He's pretty good friends. He gives her ammo. Man, this girl really has to work hard. Everybody's giving her shit. Man, poor thing. She's really working hard.
All right. So as far as ammo goes, who has access?
They stay in the truck. Like, the only thing that's in the safe is the guns. So, yeah.
Ammo stays in the truck. That's not true, because earlier she testified or said that the ammo was on the cart and everybody had access to it. So it doesn't stay in the truck. But we'll see if this brain surgeon of a freaking investigator will ask that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, with the pretty much. Look, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but you keep using these vague words pretty much sometimes, not real sure. I need specifics. So every time you use a vague word, I'm going to have to question you on specifics. What do you mean by pretty much? Is there a procedure? Is there an always? I need specifics. We'll never know.
I don't know if they locked the prop truck at night or what happened.
I don't know if they. Who the fuck is they? We keep having all these people that we don't know what they do and we don't know who they are. Who is they lock the truck up? Is it your truck? Do you drive it? The stuff's in there that you use. Who has access? Is it locked? Is there a key? Who has the combination? Who has access? How does the ammo get in the truck? Did you put your ammo in the truck? We'll never know the answer to these questions. Who needs?
Happened with that, but yeah, so pretty much just me, Nicole, Sarah, and the first week we did share that prop truck with locations.
Okay.
But other than that, the prop truck, would kind of be open most days just because we're running in and out of there. And sometimes, ammo is underneath on our cart, just chilling there usually.
Like on the floor of the
On the of the cart.
Okay, on the second shelf.
Yeah.
Hang on, that damn gecko interrupted me. I don't know who's putting that shit in there. Maybe it's the crime circus dude, but it's just distracting and it's stupid, but whatever.
But other than that, the prop truck, would kind of be open most days just because we're running in.
See, here we go again. Yeah, it would kind of be open. What the fuck is kind of open? Is it secure or is it not secure? It's kind of open. And she's not being challenged on any of this.
And out of there, and sometimes, ammo is underneath on our cart, just chilling there usually.
Like on the floor of the
on the of the cart.
Okay, on the second shelf.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I usually try to keep it down there.
So all the ammo is pretty much out in the open.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, unless it wasn't like taken out directly of the boxes or anything, then yeah, the ones that are out there are out in the open pretty much regularly.
Okay, and they never get locked up in a safe?
No.
Okay.
Okay, she kind of weaseled around that. I would have been a little bit more specific. Basically, everybody has access to the ammo. The ammo is not ever secured, and anybody on the set, including a janitor, security guard, visitors, everybody has access to the ammo is what you're telling me. And she would have probably went, well, that sounds bad. And she would have probably tried to cover it up. I want it to sound bad because it is bad. I would have been, this interview.
Were all the guns provided by Seth?
Yes.
And who has access to the guns?
Sarah and I believe Nicole kind of knew
I believe kinda. What the fuck?
The code, but I don't think she remembered it most of the time.
Okay.
Did you ever give her the code? Did she ever? How do you know she doesn't remember? Did she come and ask you for the code? You're making this conclusion that she didn't remember. How do you know that? Gee.
Yeah.
Did she ever remove the guns from the safe?
I had her put them away sometimes.
Okay.
Mostly just because I couldn't leave set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't what?
Because I couldn't leave set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what she said.
And does anybody watch her do that?
No, not really.
Is she allowed to?
Mostly somebody has to lock them up and they shouldn't be on set. So, Sarah or I would give her permission to go over there and just put them in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's something that you guys are allowed to do is give someone else permission to lock
I would
them
think
up.
for a prop assistant, yeah.
Okay.
I would think, yeah. See, she's soft shoeing. She's being nice. she's in touch with her feminine side, questioning this poor little frail girl who's strong and empowered. I'd be like, wait, what do you mean most of the time, sort of? Who's responsible for the guns? The head armor? Who's supposed to lock them up and put them out? Is there a policy or written procedure? Can you give anybody, could you have told the security guard to put the guns away? Oh, no, I couldn't do that. Could you have told the janitor? No, I couldn't do that. But you told her. Yeah, why? What, does she have special training with guns? Does she know? How do you know she put them in? How do you know she didn't tamper with them? How do you know the gun that was broken wasn't broken by her? How do we know what's going on? We don't, and we'll never know.
She only put them away ever.
So who all has the ability to lock the safe?
I mean, anyone that has arms, like, can close it, you know?
Is that you don't have...
Are you fucking kidding me? Did you guys catch that? I think she asked who all can lock the safe because it was a bad question. And this idiot the armor expert that got someone killed, said anybody can lock the safe that has arms. It's just a handle. Are you fucking kidding me? Who can drink this coffee? Anybody that has arms. What about if they don't have arms and they just have forearms? Could they use that? Oh, yeah, I guess they could. What about if they got elbows? Could they lock it with their elbow? I'm surprised we're not going into that. What a freaking idiot.
Have to punch in the code again to lock it?
No.
So you turn the knob and it's done?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the truck? Who has the ability to lock the truck?
You know, none of us lock the truck ever. We figured that's kind of like Transco's job. We don't have locks for the truck.
We kind of figured. Here we go with these vague. You know, this is how you get out of being responsible. See, in the military, you could never use someone told me, we, they, I'm not sure. Oh, hell no. You're responsible. It was your freaking job. You better come up with better answers than that shit. Here it's like, well, you know, whatever. Coffee break and we were eating, smoking a little dope. Whatever. Nobody cares.
Trucks normally. I know some prop masters lock up their own trucks, but yeah, not really sure. We kind of just closed ours up every day.
Okay.
I know some prop masters lock up their trucks, but I don't, because that's more work. And I don't like doing work because I'm busy.
I don't know if Transco ever locked it.
Okay. Do you know who was in charge of that truck?
Not specifically.
Okay.
Nobody's in charge of the truck. Nobody knows who locks it. We put guns in the truck. We have the combination, but we don't know when it's locked. The ammo's in the truck. We don't know who goes in and who's out. We don't know. Gee, I'm really surprised somebody got shot on your set.
I don't remember his name.
It was a male, though.
Yeah.
Can you describe him?
He was a sweet old Hispanic man with a nice mustache.
Okay.
Ooh, nice mustache. Ooh.
Have you said midweight?
Midweight.
And he was the one.
Would you know him if you saw him again? We should have a bank photos of everybody on scene. I should be able to open up my bank photo or grab a picture and go, this is everybody that was there. Is he in this picture? Is he in this folder with all these pictures? Can you point him out? Can you describe him? He's got a mustache. Not too big. What? Now I gotta guess who he is.
Primarily in charge of that truck.
Towards like the second week, yeah. Before that, we kind of just had random people moving it. And then eventually he got assigned to us pretty much.
Okay.
Random people. And then he got assigned to us, meaning he's assigned. Then we follow up with pretty much. This girl ought to be a good witness on a stand because she doesn't make anything clear. She's like a freaking lawyer on being Weasley and slimy. Everything is, I have no recollection. I'm not sure. Maybe it could have been sometimes. What the?
Yeah.
On a stand, it's harder to get them. This is an interview with an attorney. There's no reason to let her get away with these answers.
In the morning when you got there, was it ever locked up?
No.
Okay. So you just walked in
and pulled the handle.
Okay. What about the back?
Again with the handle. Are we talking about the handle to the safe? Did she just say that the guns are in a thing with a handle and in the morning you just pull the handle and it's open? So the guns are not secured all night. The truck's not secured. The ammo's not secured. Everybody has access. Nobody knows who the fuck's in charge or anything. And somebody died on the set. Rick, you're making too big a deal out of this. Accidents happens. Okay.
Back of it, I know it's got one of those big.
Yeah, that's what we normally did. Yeah, we just closed up the side and we would unlock the handle. We figured it was usually getting watched by security.
We figured. That's always a great answer. We figured. We assumed. We thought. Somebody's dead. Okay. Whatever. We figured. Shh.
Do they just have security, and it's okay if you don't know, but do they just have security at that front gate there, or do they have...
I know that I've seen some security around other parts of set, like just in a car, but that was mostly after the incident and everything, and it was just a car near the church.
Okay.
So that's really all I know about the security measures.
All right. So you...
I can't believe she let that go. Well, wait a minute. Are you telling me before this incident there was no security there? If there was, where are they? How many? Who did they work for? Who did they report to? Who hired them? Were they at the gate? How do people get in and out? Is there a badge system? What do you mean no security except after the... I don't know any of these answers. And we'll never know.
Say, as far as ammo goes, it is common to have it outside of that safe.
Yeah, no, it's super common to have it outside of the safe.
So security, no security, somebody could have slid in a live round. Security could have slid in a side round. Security could have been playing with the bullets. Anybody could have been playing. Is there any video camera or surveillance system out there? I don't know. We'll never know.
Who loads the ammo into the guns?
Me and Sarah.
Okay, you both.
Me and Sarah. Again, no accountability. There's not a procedure. There's not one person. Anybody can do it.
Load them.
Yeah.
And who loads ammo into, like, the bandoliers or the belts and...
That's me and Sarah again. I think Nicole helped us a couple of times shaking them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she...
Helped us load ammos into a bandolier. They're talking about, you know, when you see an old gun belt, they've got the bullets and the little things around it. They need help. 2 people need help putting bullets in those. Wow.
Did she ever, like, actually load them, or did she just shake them and say they're good?
And she would shake them and put them into the belt with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she would check that they were blanks. You didn't check every round. Sometimes she checked, sometimes you checked. Lock her down and stop letting her give these vague, excuse answers.
Do you know how often?
Oh, shit, I'm at 33 minutes. Sorry. I guess I'll make a part 4. It looks like part 4 will be in because we're almost done.